Like when I first saw Terry, I was like, this character looks stupid. Like in Kazuya, I was like, uh-oh. Like this is actually dangerous territory.
You like skipped the stupid parts. Like you don't even there's no words for it anymore. Yeah, hopefully Kazuya sucks.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think
I saw a demon form. I saw like rage. I saw like every move was like crumbling people.
A lot of crumples. Yeah.
Like, dude, I didn't see any traditional Smash knockback. I saw like autopilot combo. I am fucking terrified. I am legit scared.
Really, Ultimate was hype.
Game & Watch wasn't here yet.
Did he suck? That was great. That was great.
Whoa. Right,
I had to get one in.
Stop being toxic, guys. What the heck? We're being toxic now. That's not nice. So
anyway,
I want Haz to let it out. I want you to start off. I want you to explain Kazuya because I don't even know where to start. I don't know what the moves are. So I want to leave this to you. I want you to start this off.
Kazuya rules is all you got to know. He's gonna be cheesy as hell for sure. There's no question in my mind. He's Terry's DLC fighting game character. He is DLC 2 fighting character.
Yeah.
The second pass, the comeback mechanics are gonna be there. The devil mechanic. I don't even know what moves they're going to use for him. I'm sure you guys saw, but at the end they did like a demo of like all the moves that they already created for him, and I feel like there's going to be even more. So the thing with Tekken, I was always a 2D fighting guy, but I love Tekken. Like I think everyone does. Like aesthetically, the music, the stages, like they're so iconic. The characters, just so iconic and dramatic. Honestly, the whole storyline and everything they have going there. But Kazuya is going to be. He's going to be insane, dude, for sure. I don't know. It's obviously impossible to tell what tier and all that stuff he's going to be, but I think we already know what to expect from the rest of the fighting game guys that we have in there, and pretty much more or less the same. But it'll be interesting. The one thing I think we'll really see them try to incorporate is the Z-axis, I think, because it's a huge thing, obviously. The 3D fighter is moving in and out of where you can hit people. So, and obviously they started experimenting with that a lot in Smash 4 with moves like Cloud's up air and stuff, where you could just go through the Z-axis. So, and they have it in Ultimate too. But I think there's going to be a lot of shifting in and out of the Z-axis for him, but we'll see. It should be super cool. Yeah, I bet you his recovery is garbage, as it should be. But I bet you on the ground, he's going to be a monster, I'm sure. Sorry, man. I'm so excited. Yeah, why don't you talk to us? I mean, I'm excited. How do you feel, Tweek?
As soon as I saw that it was Tekken, I was so upset. Like the first, like I was on B's stream, you can probably find my reaction. I could not hide the rage. Like that was the one archetype that like there's just no way I'm gonna like fake a reaction or like say nothing. Like I was pissed. Like I just did not expect that for one of the last two characters to add to Ultimate, and it's just damn it, dude. He's gonna be fucked up.
Bandai Namco, it's their own character in their own game, and in the meta, and the meta is like established and good already, so they know what to do and how to add him in. They've been balancing fighting games for a long time. He might be a little fucked up, is how I feel about him.
Oh, absolutely.
Might be a little fucked up. He looked very like when I first saw Terry, I was like, this character looks stupid. Like in Kazuya, I was like, uh-oh. Like this is actually dangerous territory.
You like skipped the stupid parts. Like you don't even there's no words for it anymore.
We'll see, because I mean their goal with those trailers is always to make characters look stupid and broken so they can sell them and all that stuff. So we'll really see how it shakes down. But I think, and the same thing happened in Smash 4. As the DLC comes out, they get better at like making them strong characters or making them like fit in the meta well. Like I think pretty much everybody in Fighters Pass 2. Let me think before Pyramithra, Sephiroth, Min Min.
They start to like when they balance them with the weaknesses, they start to just do like with Sephiroth, they're like, we'll just give you all this and like we'll just make you light. And they stop trying with the balance. Like they'll give them like a little something as like a blatant weakness, and then but it doesn't actually translate to competitive. Yeah, hopefully Kazuya sucks.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think
I
he's
saw a demon form. I saw like rage. I saw like every move was like crumbling people.
a lot of crumples.
No hit
Yeah.
shine, like
Dude, I didn't see any traditional smash knockback. I just saw like autopilot combo. I am fucking terrified. I am legit scared.
I think it was his down smash. Did you see them do that over the ledge and it spiked him down like Bayo kind of?
Yeah,
I think it was
like
a down
It
smash.
looked like a down smash or something.
down
Like,
tilt.
yeah, like or just some sort of like input move. Who knows?
It looked awesome.
I didn't
I'm
even try to like analyze the move set. I'm sure people are doing that right now. I'm like I'm leaving that up to literally anyone else. I'm just waiting, and I am counting the days of peace before he's released.
Yeah, well, and the cool thing is we're gonna get a balance patch too. Hopefully, probably some changes. I forget who tweeted it, but it was funny. They were like, "So, which low tier do you think is gonna become mid tier after this patch?" It was like, "Yeah, pretty much. Like, it could be anyone. Like, what's gonna happen? I don't know. It's gonna be crazy." His what was I gonna say about him? He's a big question mark, man. I think he's gonna be really strong though. I think they've really hit a groove with this DLC and how they fit in. With the meta and how good they're going to be, and I think they did Terry first, so they can kind of test the waters and how kind of crazy they can get with a fighting game character.
Yeah,
And they stepped it up even more because like the Street Fighter character, it's like Ryu just has his inputs. Ken has like his inputs for like his special moves, but also the input kicks, which are like his own thing. Terry obviously has the go meter, plus the thing. What's it called? The spot dodge cancel attack too. So like they just keep adding things. So I think they're waiting for Kazuya to be like, he's the most technical. He's gonna be the most bullshit. And as someone who enjoys these characters, the first week with them is the most fun because everyone's just finding all this crazy shit you can do with them.
I just feel like he's just gonna hit me and it's just gonna crumble me like focus attack, and I just die. Like like you just have a full second to just kill me. Like I'm like if they're just straight up moves that are crumbling me, like I'm not gonna get hit by focus attack, but I'm gonna get hit by general moves. Like
what about his movement too?
The like electric shit.
You're
gonna learn fast.
Like sequencing Falcon.
Yeah,
for 30 seconds. I was like, what
10
is this,
hit combo, man.
Smash?
Literally, I was just waiting for a move to show like smash knockback, and the only thing that did was a spike that was like on stage. And I was like, oh, okay, there's smash knockback. Oh yeah,
the least smash looking thing. Yeah,
he has like the like Tekken movement to like beat out projectiles. It's like, all right, can I throw banana at this guy or do I die for it?
He might Z-axis around it. We have no idea.
No.
We really don't. That's supposed to
be the one way to fight then.
Camp him out. I'm sure that's still going to apply, but it's interesting too.
It'll still work, but like you have to be more careful about it, I guess.
It's the movement, man. The movement, because that was the thing is I was playing Ryu a bunch after oh man, why can't I remember his name? Holy shit. The guy Vendetta. After Vendetta won Smash World Tour, I was like, I'm gonna try Ryu. He can't move. Like he can't fucking move. I was like, I can't do this. Like I respect Vendetta. I think he's an amazing player, but this just isn't for me. I like to move with my characters. Yeah. He looks like Kazuya looks like he can fucking move, dude. No. He looks like he's like a demon, dude. It's like Ken's dash, but he low profile. It's like Little Mac.
Up throw where he like threw them up, turned into a demon, and, like shot a laser. Like what the fuck is happening? Yeah.
He's so cool, dude. You know what's funny and what you should do for content is like educate yourself on the lore of Tekken because it's so ridiculous. It's that whole bloodline is it's so funny to just be like, what? Like what? They throw each other off cliffs every day? Like what the hell? They really do. That's like what his intro's based on. It's so funny, dude. It's shit's crazy.
I feel like I'm at least a little prepared for Tekken lore because I like play Street Fighter a bit and I know some of that stuff. So if it's anything like that, then if it's crazier than that, then that's hilarious. But
yes, I think it is for sure. Tekken lore is wild for sure. It's like what's the other one? Oh, Guilty Gear lore. I tried to learn recently because I started playing that game and I was like, dude, literally zero idea what's going on in that plot. No fucking clue. And then I like Mortal Kombat lore. I think that's dope. Tekken lore is fucking hilarious though. You should definitely watch. There's like I'm sure someone summarized it on YouTube somewhere, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
Great series. We will for sure get amazing music with it. For sure.
When the salt like simmered down, I was like, just like taking the small W's, like thinking about the music, and I'm like, okay, it's all right.
And I mean, dude, you're just gonna camp.
Just like the hit animations.
Oh yeah.
You look great, yeah. And you're just gonna camp them anyway. Who cares? Long term, this is a W. You're fine. It'll be a rough couple weeks on Elite Smash. So that's it.
Yeah, and hopefully, like you said, some low tier becomes a mid tier. That'll be cool. On the 28th or whatever. How did you feel about the reveal, the Kazuya reveal?
My worst archetype, or like the archetype I hate the most, is fighting game characters, because it's just a general like auto turnaround.
I'm feeling attacked right now.
Hit me at 50, I die, right? But I don't compete, so it's like I feel like you were more mad than I was. Like I was mad, but I'm like, at least that's not like my job to beat this character. Well, like for you, you're looking at that, I'm like, oh man, I gotta beat that, like, and that's my job, like, damn. So it's
yeah.
I'm glad they picked like a very different fighting game. Like it's the small W's, right?
Yeah,
and
yes,
there's a bunch of cool
you
stuff.
Guys, you guys are rationaling this out so hard. You're just like, yeah, the music's cool. Yeah. You guys are so pissed. I can see it. I know you are. I'm so pumped. I couldn't be happy. Well, I could be happier. I wanted Jin a little bit. I'm more of a Jin fan, but I like Kazuya a lot. I like the whole family, but it'll be good. Charles, I can't wait to play you. It'll be fun. Mars, what's up, dude?
Thank you for the raid, Mars. Yeah, we both need to sit down and do our research by playing with Haz.
Yeah, that'll be great.
He'll figure it out. The first week will be terrifying.
Maybe that actually knows. That'd be fun. Maybe we could stream that or something. Yeah. We have a grind session right when Kazuya comes out. King would be cool.
Maybe we'll get some Fox buffs in the patch, right?
Nope. Don't need that. We all saw
them anymore.
We all saw our tier list. Fox doesn't need buffs.
Charles said he's playing Falco and Mario. That's his roster right now.
I saw you tweet a clip of you getting, like, your back air didn't hit his Falco. I was like, dude, talk about something I have no sympathy for at all. You're playing Falco, dude. Why are you doing that? Come on, Charles. Why do you do that to yourself? Come on, man.
I just at this point, I pray for, or like, I don't even hope for it. You know, the first step of disappointment is hope. So I just accept Fox is just gonna suck forever, and just move on with my life. I was spammed the yellow stick with another character. Mario, there's a lot of them out there. Mario, Falco.
Which one do you prefer?
Yeah.
I feel like Fox mains from Smash 4 had the hardest time transitioning to Ultimate for sure. Like I think overall, like the main bases that I see, everyone kind of found a home. I feel like Foxes still feel the most lost out of anyone.
Sonic players had a hard time at first.
They did initially, and then they started playing Ultimate Sonic, and it really worked out.
That was like hype, though. Okay, hear me out. Beginning of Ultimate, best version of Ultimate, just because like the fighting game character sucked.
That was hype.
Sonic players couldn't
wait a minute
play neutral because they couldn't shield out of spin dash, which was funny. But their character was so broken, but they
figured it out. They figured it out.
Really, Ultimate was hype.
Game & Watch wasn't here yet.
Did he suck? Exactly. That was great. That was great.
Whoa.
Right, I had to get one in.
Stop being toxic, guys. What the heck? We're being toxic now. That's not nice.
That's not cool. And remember, Belmonts were like a top tier though. Remember that? They were like A tier on everyone's tier list. So that was not great.
Playing King K. Rool at the beginning was so hyped. I was like, wow. I knew he wasn't gonna be good in like a month, but it was fun while it lasted. Now that Kazuya is the second to last reveal, it's like once again we're at this spot where we have no idea what's happening next. Every time we start to get like a feel for like what's gonna happen, the next character just like ruins it. Like,
yeah,
because there was a bunch of leaks leading up to E3. Like we had a general idea. Like I don't think people thought this was gonna happen, as far as I'm aware. So now I'm just like, I'm not even gonna try to think about who's the last character gonna be. Like I don't know.
It's a big cycle where people go, I think I know what's going to happen, and then the character gets revealed, then everyone goes, we have no idea what's going to happen, then everyone starts guessing and kind of theorizing again, then it's like, all right, I definitely... Yeah, exactly, and then it just happens again. It's like this bad cycle we can't break out of, but it's actually really fun, because it's way more fun than leaks and all that other stuff, so they've done a great job so far. But there's only one character left, and they haven't said anything about a Fighter Pass 3. But we'll see. I mean, the presentation is what, this 27th? Is that what it was?
28th, I think.
I'll look it up. Oh, I will confirm chat. Or chat's going to let us know by the time I Google it.
But yeah, I mean, it's the last spot. One spot left.
Supposedly.
Yes.
I believe it at this point. I know Sakurai said something recently in like a Q&A that it was like the last 2 characters, but you never know.
Yeah,
It's
he's
not
full
like
of
he's
surprises.
yeah, it's not like he's never like changed his mind or something.
It's the 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific.
So he'll probably come out later that day or something.
I think so. That's a good amount of time. But I noticed too, and some other people pointed this out, is that he didn't get an invitation. He just showed up and started fucking people up, which I thought was funny. But I also think it's because they're still working on the full trailer, kind of like what they did with Terry. Remember that? Like they did Terry's like cinematic trailer, and then they did like his, because they always do a cinematic trailer. Like here's the character, and then it shows off all their moves afterwards. And Kazuya's was like even shorter than that. It was it was sick. I thought it was great, but it was so short. I feel like we're gonna get like the extended full trailer too.
Maybe.
Nintendo said there will be nothing about the character. Don't troll, dude. I'm looking at the tweet right now. Sakurai.
Dang, did Sephiroth not get an invitation? Sephiroth
No, he just showed up and bodied everyone.
It's the villains patch, man. It's the villains patch. Min-Min's there, you know. Villains.
Yeah, as long as Infinite Azure's in the game, I'm happy. I just want to like vibe with Diddy Kong to that song, and I'll be satisfied with his addition. That's all I need.
Yeah,
as long as
I
Diddy
think
Kong beats Kazuya, which is very likely, then everything is all right.
Yeah, if not, I feel like Wolf always does pretty well against the Shotos too. Or like it's volatile, but it's kind of an even match. I like it, but I think it's kind of even. You just have to play super lame as Wolf. So
yeah.
I think you'll be fine. And overall, the meta I don't think will shift too much unless he's who knows. It's literally impossible. It's literally impossible to say he could be the worst character in the game. Like that's also on the table.
No, that is not on the table. If that's on the table, it's on the very fucking edge of the table.
0.1% chance, but it's there. It's falling off the table, but it is there.
It probably just hit the floor as we finished that sentence, but
very true.
I guess we can talk about some of the offline events. I don't know what else there is to say about Kazuya other than we wait until the 28th and see what's happening.
We're all really excited.
Tekken moves, and hit sounds and knockback. I saw electricity. I saw this red aura. I saw a literal demon. I saw projectiles that looked way better than the other fighting game characters' projectiles. I could have sworn I saw a fucking decent jump with the devil form or something. I saw some sort of grounded spike, and I'm pissed. That's the end of my rant.
His jump looks awesome. His short hop looks so low. He looks so cool, dude. We'll see.
It literally didn't look like Smash.
Korean backdashing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Literal some sort of wave dash, projectile invincible.
If he's the only character that can wave dash, I'm gonna be mad. That's just not fair.
It looks like a wave dash, but not like a wave dash. You know what I mean? It looks better than everyone else's, but not like a melee wave dash, if that makes sense.
Okay, gotcha.
Somewhere in the middle.
The way you said it at first was just funny. It's a wave dash, not a wave dash. It's like a vibe, you know? You just don't feel it the same way.
Yeah, it won't be melee.
It hits different, yeah.
Yeah,
it'll be something.
Tekken, yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you guys want to start off with a specific event? Did anyone watch one more than the other? I watched a lot of Infinity Con, and that was about it. We haven't talked about Infinity Con much. I did some YouTube content on Momentous, and that's about it. But I did watch a lot of Infinity Con. It was really entertaining. So we can start off with that if you guys would like. Maybe the chat can mention a specific tournament. But yeah.
So, yeah. And for those out of the loop, there were at least 2 big offline events since the last time we did a podcast. Momentous, which was a New York City Invitational. Was it an 8-person? 12?
16.
More than 8. 16, okay. 16. I knew it was some even number close to 10. 16 person invitational. Pretty much every match I watched was a banger, which is amazing. But Tweek, like he said, he covered a lot of that on his own YouTube content. So if you want his thoughts on all that shit, I think probably just go there would be the best, and we could focus on and talk about Infinity Con.
Yeah.
But you did win, and congratulations. We don't need to stay on that too long. But you played amazing, which is great. And I think the one thing from that event, it really showed that even in the online era, training mode isn't an online exclusive. Training mode is an offline thing that you can do and work on for a whole year, and you could see it in the movement with your Diddy Kong and the tech that you had implemented even in the last couple weeks or months. So good job, dude.
Some of the new stuff was surprisingly felt really well mixed into my gameplay. I'm glad you mentioned that some of it is pretty recent, so I was glad that I was like willing to try it out so soon, and it was definitely really helpful.
Yeah, it's huge, man. And then it's like, this is kind of your first time really debuting it, you know, especially in an offline big tournament format. So obviously people will find counterplay, and then you'll find more ways to kind of mix in your game. It's really interesting, kind of this resurgence or rebirth of the offline scene. So it's gonna be really cool.
It was
a lot of great
my year plus long gamble of like picking a character people probably didn't expect me to main. Obviously he got like buffed and stuff, so that's also a factor. But it was definitely a big gamble for me to like disregard everything I had done for like the last like year or so of offline Ultimate and just main Diddy. But it's definitely worth it so far. So I'm glad it paid off because I put a lot of time into it. And yeah, it's definitely really exciting.
Yeah, and I think this is something that Charles talks about all the time too, and I think this is so important for character selection, is I feel like even if a character, you might not be top tier, might be really high tier. I think obviously if you're trying to play professionally, you should at least play a high tier. But I think having that connection or like that love with a character is so big, because you need to work with that character hours and hours and hours every day. And if you're not feeling that, like there's almost, if you're trying to force something, I feel like you won't have that natural connection you kind of do with your character. Like you want to learn new things with Diddy. You know, I want to learn new tech with Ken and new combos. And Charles, I'm so sorry that Fox is dead, but I'm sure you're having a lot of fun with Falco as well. But but I think that's such an important kind of understated thing, like the connection that people have. You have to like your character, or else you're not gonna want to stick with it. You're not gonna want to improve and shit. So very, very well done, dude. This is very cool to watch you play so well.
Thank you.
Yeah. And like just having the motivation to play, right? It's that's very important.
Yeah.
Even when I started coaching Tweek, there was a lot of cycles we went through, especially after dropping PT after Summit. Tried Joker, tried Pika, kind of tried it, and then he was just like, I literally can't do this. And I was like, okay. And then, but he gave Joker an honor shot. Right?
I did, yeah. That was a few months. Yeah, so kind of going back, like the Diddy Kong was like a very out there pick, and it was definitely a big gamble because like has said, like might not be a top tier, kind of strange to like have a character like that at the core of your gameplay, but it definitely is working out. But yeah, I guess we can start with Infinity Con. That was like a bigger tournament. It wasn't like invitational. It was like a lot of people. I don't know how many people specifically, but I watched quite a bit of like the top 16, top 32 parts. Cola won that event. That was pretty amazing. He played really well. And I like to see like a lot of these players like with their like lineups. They had a lot of like characters. Like Ned was using a nice balance of PT and Sephiroth. Cola was using like Snake, Roy, Cloud. Even Dabuz at Momentous was using Rosa, Min, Olimar. Like a lot of people are, I think, experimenting with their roster and how to perfect when to go each character. And I think that's been really cool the past couple weeks, especially with some of them being straight up new to the game, like Sephiroth or Min. Like they're like kind of adding them to the lineup and seeing how it works.
I think too, one that really stuck out to me was Jake. I don't know if you followed his path in this tournament. He got ninth, and I think he is one of those players from online that is going to be under the most scrutiny, like under the microscope the most, because he mostly became online known from his online results, and also because he picked up Steve. So he's kind of like, I feel like he has a lot of pressure on him. Like a lot of people are like, if you don't perform well, like it's kind of like saying that Wi-Fi was fraudulent, or Steve, like, or your character sucks. Yeah. Like, it's one of these two things. In the first match I watched him play, I think his first stream match was against Cola on day 2, and he got smoked because it looks like that was it Cloud or was it Roy? I think it was Cloud.
Cloud, I think
it was Cloud too, because it looked like a horrible matchup for, like, it looked almost impossible for Steve, and I feel like it was just because Cloud was like bearing him out basically, like you couldn't do anything. And it's Cola, you know what I mean? Like that's one of the best in the business. So he got messed up, and everyone's like fraud, like all this shit. I was like, dude, that sucks because that's obviously not true. And then he got ninth, and he got a lot of good wins under his belt. And he only lost to Cola and Ned, who got first and second. So I'm happy that kid did well, man. He beat Goblin, Chunky Kong. He did great, man. He played really well. And it sucks because people only saw that match where he got fucked up by Cola. But dude, it's Cola in a bad matchup too. So I think that was a good story to follow there. And Myron too. Myron looked fucking phenomenal. He looked amazing.
Really did. Like just doing mad damage all of every hit. It was crazy to watch. Myron versus Fatality was like, he just had all the Olimar tricks were working perfectly. If you ever want to like see what like Olimar can bring to the table, I feel like that's a great example to watch. Like he had all the setups, all the tricks, everything was working perfectly. Like, yeah, that was a crazy set.
Yeah, he low key is another example of kind of what I was complimenting you on before. Someone who really grinded out their character during online and implementing new tech that he found. There was a lot of new Olimar shit that I hadn't really seen before. And I studied the character a good amount because I have no idea what he's doing at one point in my commentary career. So I always studied him a lot because he confused the shit out of me. And I was like, dude, I did not know he could do half this stuff. This all looks new. And I saw DeBuzz tweet, and I was like, all right, it is new because he looked like DeBuzz wasn't 100% onto Myron's game plan there. It was wild. That was crazy.
Yeah, I think the thing that really set Cola apart when it came to like actually getting the W was he just plays really fast, and I think it was really overwhelming for everyone to keep up with it. With specifically with like the Roy and the Cloud, I think he just had an extra layer of the aggression, and like people just couldn't breathe. That's what I think really set him apart and what got him the W, and was really what was fun to watch. I don't know how much you watched of the event, but is there anyone that you thought was a standout performance or anything?
For me, it was really fun to watch because we got to see all these new DLC characters in an offline environment.
Mm-hmm.
Ned Sephiroth was probably my favorite to watch throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
It's like this whole time skip thing, right? Like everyone had their time skip. It's like we're in a little anime, right? Everyone has their new rosters, their new tech, and showing it off to the table, right? So it's like, it's really cool. Seeing different matchups too.
Yeah.
For me, Steve is really strong. He can kill you off one hit most of the time. It's like he does all this crazy stuff on Twitter.
Yeah.
But then I see Sephiroth and Cloud, and like, if you lose to the archetype of a sword,
that's a big
problem.
General thing, yeah.
Yes, that's a lot of anime sword fighters in this game.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's pretty concerning, but we'll see what the Steves do to like counteract that. Yeah. Obviously, they have some movement options, and there's always like a bajillion tech with Steve, right? That you can maybe apply and bring it to the table. And yeah, and the thing with Cola too, I highly agree with that. There's that I've experienced it and watched this many times. When you're playing someone that's just like faster than you, and you're playing and you feel like they're making decisions for the next like one or two scenarios ahead of you.
Yeah.
So you've already you're picking this option, and you're like, why do I feel like you are already picking the options for the next like scenario or scenario after?
So you start to feel like you have to try to match their pace and keep up with them too. I feel like that's what Cola was so good at, was making them like try to match his pace when the player he was against probably couldn't do it just naturally, or the matchup, the character they were playing can't match Cloud or Roy's pace either. And it felt like Cola would just put them into that vortex, right? Like if you're playing against PT, the character statistically isn't gonna keep up. Like whether it's Squirtle, Ivysaur, or Charizard. And it felt like Cola, regardless, makes you feel like you have to try to find a way to match that pace. And that's what was really interesting about it for me. It was like slowly but surely Cola would just win that way.
Yeah. And when someone outpaces you like that, most players, there's two ways you can deal with this. You can slow down the pace. And sometimes characters have very good tools for that.
Yeah.
Wolf Blaster, Wolf Nair. These are like two things that like are very good at slowing the pace.
Yeah.
When I competed in the early parts of Ultimate, I really favored Wolf because no matter how fast the player
you could play your way.
Yes, I could slow the pace down, and it's like, okay, we're gonna try and play at this pace. Sometimes they still overwhelm you, but like Wolf has the tools to do that really well. And if you don't have tools to do that, then you have to guess. And you're just like taking these like huge guess in situations that you don't even know are going to happen.
Yeah.
and then that's when it looks like someone just like dances around you and shits on you.
I think it's a great strength for a player to have because, like, even when we're playing like friendlies and you're playing Fox, sometimes it'll be like these like 30 seconds straight will happen where I feel like I'm just like fighting just to keep up, and I'm like, that's like, if you have that strength as a player and not even just as a character, or if you can like complement it with the character too or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's terrifying in a tournament environment, like where the match can be over before you can even, calculate or breathe. Yeah. I think that's what really set Cola apart from the rest of the bracket that weekend for sure.
I think all his characters really allow him to bring out those best parts of his gameplay because they're so threatening. They're so scary in the way that he pushes his offense. The Snake is like a little bit of a question mark, but he plays Snake in such a crazy way too. It's just, he makes the character kind of fit his play style, but Roy especially to me is like, you can rush someone down with Roy, get in their face, and his spacing is so good too. It's not like he's rushed down, but he's not mashy. You know what I mean?
It's like it's like the extra layer to it is what really sets it apart. It's not like it's not traditional ultimate, but it's like, a bit more polished, and it's what really set him apart. Like, the speed is the same as a lot of other players, or especially if you watch other Roy, but there's a couple extra layers to it, or was a bit more polished, and it's what really gave him that consistency, I think, in the bracket, like you said.
Yep. I agree, man. Yeah, I mean, he's just, every time I watch him play, I like the way he plays more and more, man. He's already one of my favorite players out there, so yeah, I'm really happy he did well. He won doubles too. He did great.
I didn't even realize that until later on.
Yeah, crazy doubles. Who's the other one? Kobe too. I wanted to give a shout out to Kobe. He got fourth.
Charles and I had a great time watching some of the VODs. Like, every time I would watch Kobe play, I'd be like, this person plays Young Link every day. Like, I can just tell by the or puts a lot of time into Young Link, like using like Zaire to like end a combo, or like doing like those specific things, like very polished, not dropping very many things. Like, it felt like Kobe knew when to do like the niche Young Link things that are situational. It was just very clean, and I really appreciated watching it. And the Lucina was on point too. The Lucina almost took out Ned. And Ned was the other person I wanted to talk about, kind of going back to what Charles was saying. Like, it's great to see Sephiroth in an offline tournament. And I thought the greatest part about it was watching Ned like figure out the balance of PT and Sephiroth as he went. I just really liked the combination there. Like, he went PT versus Fatality, which made a lot of sense. With the Squirtle into Ivysaur flowchart in advantage state. He went Sephiroth versus Myron, and like, it all just made sense. And he obviously had a general idea going into it, but it felt like he was feeling it out as he went. Obviously, like Charles said, like, this is the first time seeing them offline, and obviously I enjoy those two characters too. So great job to Ned as well for getting second. But yeah, I didn't watch too much of it. Like you mentioned Jake's run, which I didn't know too much about. I don't know if you guys have anything else you'd like to add. There was also a tournament in your region too, I think, has like the other day or something.
There were a couple like small invitational locals, like 8-man. Okay. Mars won one, and Sharp got second at one. And then the other one, I think Mars won the other one too. So my favorite YouTube content creator is taking off online Smash. Who knew? It's doing great.
Yeah, that's crazy. That YouTuber?
Yeah, crazy YouTuber. He's making waves.
I do a podcast. That was actually my first ever tournament.
You're a podcaster. Podcaster gets first at Smash Brothers event. Yeah. What was it? There was another thing from that event I wanted to bring up where I was like, I can't. Oh, it wasn't from that, but there's another Florida offline event.
Aaron, by the way, my bad.
No, that's all good. We can always talk about Aaron, dude.
Yeah.
Aaron's the GOAT.
But sorry to cut you off. You can say what you wanted to say first, but I did not want to be mean to anyone that did well at that event.
I know, dude. Well, there's so much to cover. This is great. There's just so much content to cover. But there's another Florida offline event after Kobe did so well at InfinityCom. There's a weekly, I think it was 2 nights ago or last night.
Okay.
And Kashmir showed up. If you guys remember Kashmir from Smash 4, I think he just goes by Sean now, and he 2-0'd Kobe, I'm pretty sure. And then they replay it. He looked amazing. He was doing some crazy. He was always one of those guys in Smash 4. I loved his Falcon in Smash 4, obviously. And I think he just wasn't really playing Ultimate too much, but now he is, I guess. But he's one of those players that always looks for a way to use mechanics in a unique way. And the way he was using air dodge off the ledge was just so cool. Like back to the stage to like, he'd kind of threaten off stage, air dodge right back, and then like keep going. I don't know, man. He's a zany player, so keep your eyes up for Sean, aka Kashmir. I think he just goes by SEAN now, but he's one of my favorite players in Smash 4. I think not enough more people should know about him. Is how I feel about him. So
I think the only cool Falcon that's comparable is Nixie in terms of like they will be a little bit weird and it will work against you. Like they will definitely catch you off guard with a really not traditional option. I think other than that, there's no comparing Kashmir or Sean to anyone. I definitely remember how strange their option selection was.
For sure. And I think that's like, and I think to be clear there too, it's not a knock on Fatality. I think he plays like the textbook right Falcon.
Exactly,
you know, like he plays him the way everyone expects, and he does fucking well. It's not easy to do. Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah. So not a knock on Fatality. I think those two guys are just, their brains are like different wavelengths or some shit. Like it's just not, there's something's going on there between. And I love Nixie too, obviously. One of my favorite people, not just players, one of my favorite people in the Smash scene. So
especially with a character like Falcon, where it's not easy to be weird with them. Like, especially because Falcon's been around for a long time. I feel like it's hard to do something that I won't expect. Like, I know what Falcon's good at. I know what he's bad at. So I have a general idea of what's going to happen. But sometimes there's certain players that will you just don't understand what they're thinking. And yeah, for sure. Definitely hard to do that with Falcon. It's very surprising sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It looks like Aaron, he lost to Kobe and Cola. I had a really good. Oh, his set with Cola was so good. How did I forget about that?
Yeah.
Really, really good set against Cola. 3-2.
I think the most interesting thing about Aaron is I think Aaron is figuring out what he wants to do with competing in Ultimate. I don't think he knows for sure how much he wants to put into it, and I think he's been kind of bouncing back and forth with it. But it's great to see him just do well regardless of, you know, what his intentions are with the game. He's just amazing at Smash. Used a bunch of characters as well, like some of these other top players. He used a lot of Rob in Quarantine, and it showed a lot of success. Of course, the Diddy Kong was there. So yeah, I love seeing, once again, like all these players like adding a new character to their lineup, whether it's DLC or not, and just like kind of figuring out that balance. Which I think is really funny, because I think if there was any player for someone to expect to be doing something like that when offline came back, it would be me. But I feel like I'm one of the only people that's using one character this time, and that's just so weird. Like usually I'm like using like a million, but now I'm watching like at the event I was at, the Buzz used like the most characters, and I'm like, I just wouldn't expect that. Like,
yeah.
If you told me that a few years ago, I'd be like, no, there's no way I used one character for a whole tournament. But I guess that's what's happening now.
It is, dude. It is. It's good. Everyone's growing and changing. You know what I mean? It's definitely going to be a little bit of turbulence on the landing here for some people trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. Or there's going to be some initial success and some growth that has to happen afterwards. But it's cool to see this transitional period happen now. It's very exciting, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's hard to like really have a singular character, especially now.
Yes.
Because it feels like a relaunch.
Yeah.
Obviously, It was, even on the launch of Ultimate, it feels more common to just have one character, because like, especially like the first Genesis, it's like, oh, I don't have a super long time to prep, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like most people just went in with just one character for the most part. Obviously, there's other players that had multiple characters, but for this particular like relaunch of Ultimate, I feel like it's just so hard, because you know what you want to play, or you have your pool of characters, and then there's just so much more things added.
Yeah.
So it's hard to figure out like matchup wise what you're trying to do.
Yep.
But I think your roster particularly is very refined, and the two characters complement each other like really, really well.
Yeah.
I think Ned also has a very good complication, or not complication, but you know what I mean, like a team of characters.
Yeah.
I like the trainer. I like the Sephiroth duo. But yeah, it's so hard, because if you're picking up a new character, you really probably haven't even played every single matchup, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell which character will complement your bad matchups because you don't even know what your bad matchups are.
Yeah, there's been so many patches. There's been new characters, so it's interesting when we're seeing all these offline tournaments. We're seeing these players fall back on what they're comfortable with, like with what they did offline, but they also like probably have something new that they can throw in, and it's interesting seeing how they prioritize it, right? Like I feel like the Buzz kind of prioritized the new character. Like he kind of used this event as like a testing ground so he didn't want to fall back too much on, you know, his previous lineup. He really wanted to try something new, see how it worked, and like really add it into his lineup and figure out that balance. And that's just really interesting. Seeing like, you know, how comfortable people are to try something new and seeing like how they're gonna balance their lineup. Like for me, I just straight up gambled and was just like, I'm just gonna use all Diddy Kong, which was like something like that was my first ever time using Diddy Kong in like an offline event, because obviously it was my first offline event since quarantine. So yeah, it's definitely really interesting, especially considering it's not even just DLC characters. Half of these characters have been changed in some way. So like, imagine playing a new character and like every matchup is different too. Like. It's going to take a while for kind of like what Has said, like there's going to be a lot of turbulence on the landing, like figuring this game out again, like Charles said, like a relaunch is, you know, it sounds difficult, but it's also like what's exciting about it. It's like we're legit just playing a new game now. It's just been that long.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to look at it. And I think people are going to find different routes to success too. It might just be grinding out those matchups with a new character you really like, or it might be, hey, I need to keep this character fresh too. And it's going to be, I mean, the game has, I don't even know how many damn matchups at this point, but it's not really something you can prepare for going to the bracket. You can prepare as best you can for the top tier matchups, high tier, or you can look at your bracket ahead of time, maybe prepare for them, but you just got to be as prepared as you can and go to war with the characters that you feel most comfortable with. So it'll definitely be, I think we're in for an interesting second half of the year. I think we're in for some amazing Smash, especially closing the year out. Once everyone finds a groove, I think we're going to see some really, really special tournaments and really special events. So we'll see what happens though.
Yeah, that's where I'm looking at, like you said, like when things are polished, like I'm really curious to see how that ends up, especially because in a couple weeks or something, there's going to be another character, another patch, and we're getting at least one more after that. So, at the end of the year, who knows what the fuck is gonna happen? Definitely insane.
We don't even know what's gonna happen in 2 weeks when Kazuya comes out, man. I don't even know. Like
Riptide. By the time Riptide comes around, which is like probably the biggest thing to get excited about in terms of what's coming up soon. Kazuya's gonna be at that tournament. That just clicked in my head. Fuck.
Yep. We'll prepare. We'll be good. Oh my god, dude! I'm so excited that there's how long it's been since I've had to like register for a major ahead of time, dude. What?
Did you sign up for Riptide?
Not yet. No. They gotta hire me, dude.
Okay.
Oh, look at that!
I want to see you.
You know how it is. You know how it is, Charles.
I want to see you go into the bracket and just play a different game on people. Just fucking
Kazuya. I could. Dude, I am motivated. I'm really motivated, especially because offline's back. I'm like weeklies were like, you should start coming to weeklies again and like commentate and play. I'm like, I really want to.
Yeah.
What it is.
I want to see you do it to people, but I'm not gonna participate in that. I think Charles feels the same way. Like, I'll for you. You can teach us about the character. Like, I'll watch you. I hope you do okay. But once you play with me, like,
okay.
I'm not a fan anymore.
I totally understand. What was I gonna say? Yeah, dude, I had so much fun at the last Smash and Splash last time, but now it's like Riptide's like the new team. I mean, chat, I think it's sold out at this point. I think it's sold out in like 4 hours, whatever Josh said, the TO.
Yeah.
He tweeted like, wow, it's full already. But
I think CEO is even faster or something.
Yeah. Dude, I want to go to CEO so bad. I haven't missed a CEO since COVID doesn't count, obviously, an asterisk there, but I haven't missed a CEO in like 4 or 5 years. So it's all fighting games, and I've been watching it before I was even big into Smash, obviously. Like, I've been playing those games and all that stuff. So they always have a 24-hour arcade, so you know where I am. CEO time.
Is there anything else in terms of like, you know, big deals other than CEO and Riptide, or are those the things to look out for?
I do want to make a point on water park tournaments. The last Smash and Splash, that's when Ryu and Ken got buffed. And then now this Riptide tournament.
Oh my god.
That's how much I hate fighting game characters. I
just
literally
know.
remember when they got buffed.
Dude, I had I was going to Smash and Splash and I had a connector flight that was like it was seriously like a 25-minute flight. It was or like 40 minutes flight, you know, including boarding and all that stuff. And it was like I saw that Ken had gotten buffed and like the translation hadn't come out. And they were like, "Do you want to buy Wi-Fi for Do you want to buy Wi-Fi for like $40 for this $40 flight?" I was like, "Yes, give me the Wi-Fi instant. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna pay for it. I want to see these buff notes." Like, I was sitting on the plane, just like staring at my phone, hitting refresh. Like, I just needed to know, dude. I was giddy. I was so happy, man, because I was playing him anyway. I was already playing the character. He sucked. I was still playing him. I didn't care. I just wanted to play him because it's like my favorite.
Like, "Yo, who wants to play on my setup? It's patched." I was like, "Guys, shut up. Go away. No one wants to play your fucking Ken." With your
Come on, dude,
buffs,
check it out.
Okay?
I remember playing against someone who's a puff main and they died. I forget how early I killed them
Holy
after. They were like, "Dude, they're like, this is not okay." I was like, "Oh, this looks good to me." Didn't Olimar get nerfed that patch too? Wasn't that patch? Or was that the one before?
I just remember them.
Small victories, small victories.
A big victory. That was the best patch ever, dude. Easily. That was the best patch. It was the best patch.
We hope. You know, you just gotta take the small victories. Like Kazuya's in Smash. Like maybe we'll get a cool song. Maybe
Pac-Man will get nerfed.
Yeah, maybe Joker will get nerfed and they remove Pac-Man or something on accident. on accident for like a week.
It's gonna be a Bandai Namco patch. It might be Pac-Man buffs actually. We gotta watch out.
Stop.
We gotta watch out.
No,
we gotta watch
no.
out.
Stop.
Watch out.
Character is so broken.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
You ever tried to edgeguard Pac-Man has?
No, I sit there and I let him go back for free. I don't care.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's trap.
Respect him, dude.
Okay. I don't care. Yeah, he's got my respect. I'm not doing shit to him. I go out there, I die. A 90% chance. It's not happening.
It like Untechable Zoo, the side B, it's like mad strong. And it has like armor and everything.
Got the pellet.
Yeah. I actually kind of forgot. You're supposed to hit the pellet.
Larry's video?
I'm letting it. Yeah, thank you, Larry.
We were watching Larry's video.
Shout out to Larry Lur.
Larry has great YouTube content. He really does.
Yo, I actually love him all the time. I just love Larry, not gonna lie.
True. Me too.
Like Larry. It's a classic.
Kazuya, probably not a member of the good men. No, he's a bad man. It's already been decided. The other three are good men. He's a bad man for sure. Like, there's no question.
He has multiple mechanics. Like, more than one. Like, he has Tekken Rage and...
He's gonna have Rage on Rage.
Unless the Rage is... He just gets the effect with Smash Rage. Maybe that's what it is?
Well, in Tekken, if you have Rage, you can consume it and use a special move.
I love hearing
buff or some shit.
I love hearing the copium right now.
Yeah,
like, just trying to be like, maybe it's not that bad. Like, maybe he turns into a red demon and it nerfs him. Who knows? Maybe it makes him worse.
Maybe it's just for aesthetics. Maybe he loses access to certain moves.
It's an alternate costume. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a character in Guilty Gear, the samurai dude. When he enters his state, he like loses health. It's like not good, or to my understanding, it's like a pretty big con.
Okay.
Dude, he's so cool though. That's honestly, I wish we got Soul. Honestly, I really do.
I don't think he would look good in Smash. How?
I think he would.
As a 3D model,
like,
yeah, it'd be hard.
I think he'd look great.
I feel like that translation, like something might get fucked up there from like the Guilty Gear art style to Smash.
It is very stylized. The faith I have in them is they took Ken, who hasn't looked good in a game since Third Strike, basically, which is I don't even and they made him look. This is the best Ken has looked in like any he looked awful in 4, 5. Like his reskin is weird and bad. Like he looks really good.
Period.
I think Third Strike looks the coolest, but I'm probably a little biased there. But I think he looks his hair's a little longer. He looks, I don't know. He's cool. Third Strike Ken is the coolest in my opinion. But Smash is very, very cool too.
Yeah,
so.
Especially for like what you expect Ken to look like traditionally, right? Like I feel like Smash is so good at taking a character and like this is what they're supposed to look like, and you just agree. Like Pac-Man, they did a great job. Like regardless of how we feel about Pac-Man and competitive, like. If you're gonna make Pac-Man a playable fighter, like 10 out of 10, you did a great job.
Right.
I think the best example is Mega Man, like especially because Mega Man looks different all the time. but Sakurai knows what he's doing when he takes a character, especially like that's like iconic or has some sort of legacy. He has never messed it up. Even like Kazuya in Smash, like looks amazing. Like Mega Man looks amazing. Like Pac-Man, all those characters. Maybe Sonic might not be that.
Sonic's probably the worst one.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
he's
good.
Like so simple, it's hard to fuck up.
Yeah.
I think what he does so well too is the formula is simple. He's like, what is their most iconic game or iconic look, and let's
exactly.
nail that. Like let's make that as true to form as possible. Which I agree, that's where Sonic kind of falls a little bit because he doesn't look like he doesn't look like Sega Genesis Sonic. It looks like 3D Sonic, which also makes sense in its own way. So
yeah.
I think Sonic still looks good and he handles like he should. But yeah, I think especially they're getting better at it as they go. Like
exactly,
I mean, Cloud looks
Banjo,
amazing.
Like they did a great job. Like there's so many ways to mess these characters up, is what I'm saying. And I feel like Sakurai has, you know, the simple formula, like you said, like, and he like just nails it. King K. Rool, we didn't even mention King K. Rool. Like there's a timeline where like Pac-Man looks like. Have you seen like the shitty Pac-Man?
Oh, are you talking about like
the Namco fighting game?
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like we could have like that. We could have like shitty Mega Man that isn't like, you know, traditional. Like we could have Street Fighter 5 Ken. Like,
Ooh,
like there's a timeline where like they just take the newest version and just like fuck it up.
Like they get lazy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Sakurai
Or just
puts in that extra time.
Just do the thing that might like sell the most copies of the new game, like, you know, like, oh, here's his newest and latest look. It's like, no, and it really fits the theme of Smash. Like this is a celebration of video games, so like you want like the truest form of the character in there, or the one that like the most recognizable or iconic version of that character you want in this game. You don't want, what was it? I think Pac-Man in that Namco versus Capcom game, he was like riding like a big wooden, like it kind of looked like Makujin from Tekken, I think. I don't know. Chat probably knows what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, look at, hold on, I'll pull it up real quick. I'll send it to you in Discord. Pac-Man in wooden suit. It's a weird Google, but
I actually think Bayo and Sephiroth are the most like aesthetically beautiful characters in Smash.
They look great.
They look so beautiful, and like their animations, and even like Bayo like jumping and the butterflies around it. It's like they did an incredible job.
Yeah, for sure. And that's like a different side of like what they do really well. Like they like it's like just a straight up like human being looking character, and they just nail it in terms of like it's just very graceful.
Yeah, and this is actually a really good chat. Got it right. It was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which was actually a pretty fun game. Competitively, it didn't take off, but if you look in the chat real quick, or guys, if you Google this yourself, you can see it's Pac-Man, and like I think this is where other cross
like
games.
How they made Pac-Man look like they like modernized him at some point to fit in with like 3D games or something, and like
it didn't take.
Good thing Sakurai did not do that.
Yeah, and I think they were scared to like put Pac-Man in a game and have him like fight against their more powerful IPs, like Ryu losing to Pac-Man would probably look bad. They probably sat in a boardroom and were like, oh, it's gonna look stupid if Pac-Man beats up Ryu. And Sakurai was like, no, like everyone's kind of like equal, you know, everyone can fight each other. Like they're all very powerful in their own ways. And I think that like that spirit of Smash and keeping him more true to form and caring about the character itself rather than like if someone looks stupid or not, I think is what makes Smash special. Sakurai's a good employee, I think is what we're getting at here. He knows what he's doing. He's got his head on straight, dude. He knows how to make games, Hell yeah. Oh, Joker,
just, like,
Joker looks
Diddy
good
Kong rolling up on you with like a banana and like totally destroying someone that has like godlike powers.
Exactly.
Like,
it's silly though, you know. It's silly though. It's funny, and there's like you can make banana justice. Jeez. Nice. Well, I think we covered those.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe we could end it with like a Q&A or something. It's been a while. Since we did anything. How are you guys doing? Honestly.
Oh, I'm good, dude. I'm recovering from my laser eye surgery, so no glasses this week or any week going forward. So that's pretty cool. Great. It was rough for about. I told you guys this off there, but it was rough for like 48 hours. It was really, my eyes hurt really fucking bad. But now they're good. I probably have like 20/40 vision, and by the end of next week, I should be seeing 20/20. So all good. Everything's good here. I'm excited for the new Smash character too. I don't know if you guys saw. And I loved E3. I thought Nintendo killed it. And I decided, yeah, new eyes, new WarioWare coming out. I'm very excited.
You evolved.
I did. Yeah, I know. My next form, dude. I'm Charizard form now. That's it.
with a new fighting game character? This is bullshit. This is not fair.
This is good. He's got laser eyes. I got laser eyes. Everything's lining up, man. Everything's lining up.
Yeah,
I did.
We're sitting here, toss us a bone. Like,
if Fox gets buffed, I don't want to hear any more complaints ever again. He never will, though, because Sakurai knows he's busted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Charles has been here for a week now.
Almost 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Charles visited like a couple days before Momentous. We kind of planned everything. It's been a while. He hadn't seen the new apartment yet, so we've been having a good time, even though we're still busy with the grind, like the content grind and Smash. But yeah, it's been good. That's why I actually didn't even mention that like we're here in person together. I like literally just didn't say anything. But yeah, it's been good. I think he's heading back Saturday morning, and going right into commentating an online event. Jesus, I would not be able to do that. But yeah, thank you to Charles and thank you to Haz for switching up your schedules to do this today. Maybe we'll answer a few questions in chat and then call it a day.
We could also talk about E3.
Yeah, we can talk about E3 for a bit. So give me Breath of the Wild 2 right now.
How'd you feel?
I was so tight at the character reveal, and I just did not have a good time the rest of the time. Because in my head, I was like, all right, I'm super pissed. This is not what I wanted. Give me 3D Donkey Kong or I'm pissed. And I didn't get either, so I need to stop.
Breath of the Wild 2.
Give me Breath of the Wild 2 right now, honestly. I think the winner was Metroid Dread. That was crazy. Like, that was so beautiful. WarioWare, I'm excited. I feel like, we're gonna, me, Charles, B, or something, we're gonna play. It's probably gonna be a good time, but I've never played WarioWare, so I don't have much else to say. The monkey ball thing is crazy. I'll probably try Mario Golf for like an hour at most. See, so like there wasn't much for me. You know what I'm excited about? There's probably gonna be some sort of Pokemon Direct soon with like the Arceus game and the Gen 4 remakes. So that'll be my day. So I'll let everyone else have their day. But
which game can you find shinies in next is essentially the question that you're waiting to be answered.
Exactly. Charles got Advance Wars. That's probably
I was just saying, what were your biggest W's, Charles? That's what I want to hear. Advance Wars is great, dude. Good choice. Love that game.
And like, I'm kind of bummed out about how it looks. It looks like a mobile game, which isn't like horrible, but it's not great.
Nintendo moment.
It's a Switch. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a Switch. Yep.
And like,
all right.
I feel like if you ask any millennial, they'll always be like, I kind of like the 8-bit art from back in the thing, and so I feel like I'm just completely biased, and that's not how they should make games anymore. But I do really prefer like that 8-bit art, the style that they went with. But I can get behind the new one. At the end of the day, it's a re-release, so I think it's just really sick. My favorite game was Dual Strike, so I hope this one does well to like justify a Dual Strike release. Like
another re-release. I've never played Advance Wars, and when it came up, Charles like got out of his seat and popped off, and I was like, wait, are they putting an Advance Wars character in Smash right now? But it was just the actual game. I was like, no fucking way. The last character in the Fighter Pass is from a game I have never played. That was a really funny moment. But he was just happy because I doubt he expected. That's like one of his favorite game series, he said. So
Fire Emblem killed it.
Yeah.
I didn't ever expect anything Advance Wars to ever come out. Like forever. Just because Fire Emblem's so successful. So
yeah.
Someone kind of pointed this out with the new Metroid game is like, dude, everyone's been talking shit like I want a new Metroid game so bad. It's like if you guys don't buy this game, it might the one after that might take even longer. Same with Advance Wars. Like if you really like that, make sure you get your pre-orders in. Is how I feel about it. So like money talks, man. If you're pumped that there's a new WarioWare, Advance War, Metroid, any of those games that kind of haven't gotten an update in a while, go pre-order them now for sure. So that speaks, man. That's the language they speak. So, hell yeah,
Halo,
Charles, it's a great choice.
Halo multiplayer got announced.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Got announced.
This is Nintendo only. What the heck?
Yeah.
I mean, outside of
you're pushing it with the Advance Wars already.
I've never played Halo. I was a Call of Duty guy growing up, but
They're both good.
B is convinced that she wants to try it. I'm sure Charles. I didn't see the multiplayer trailer. I saw a little bit. It looks kind of crazy. I feel like that was a shoe-in though, so I'm glad it did well because that's like the type of thing you expect from Microsoft every year. So, or at least something.
Mm-hmm.
What were the big W's for you, Has?
I got a list.
Damn.
You got a list, damn.
Metroid easily is one of them.
Yeah.
I think that's number 2 for me, though. Unbelievable. It's a 2D, which I love, because the Super Metroid's one of my all-time favorite games. Very excited. Just happy to see Samus in a new suit and like looking cool, like getting new shit. I think she's awesome. Super Monkey Ball, cool. I really like that franchise. I'm surprised you don't play it, actually, Gavin, a little bit more. It seems up your alley just because there's monkeys mostly, but, you know. Mario Party Superstars, very excited for.
That
Looks
was
great.
really cool. The more I watched that, I was like, damn, I'm surprised they hadn't done this already, and I'm really glad they did.
I think it's something like people have been asking for, and they finally did. So
Yeah.
again, that's another one where I'm like, I'm definitely going to buy that. SMT5, Shin Megami Tensei 5, who I think could be the final DLC character, by the way.
Stop.
Think about it. The last one who came out was Byleth for a game that was like a Switch exclusive. For an RPG that's Switch exclusive, SMT is going to be the same thing coming out at the end of the year.
See?
Around the same
We're
time.
making up the rules again.
I know. See, it's already starting. The cycle's already starting again. I did it.
We're already starting to think we know what's going on.
But they already got a Persona character in the game. They're already clearly on good terms with Atlas. I don't know, dude. It's like, and why would they make SMT Switch only? It's like a mature rated RPG, JRPG. It should be on PlayStation easily. It's Switch only. Anyway, I think it's a great series. I downloaded 3 and I'm playing it again. And dude, the game's so addicting. Like suddenly it's 2 a.m. Like how the hell did this happen? But it's a great RPG. Playing 3, SMT 5. Finally, they owed us an update for like 3 years. Fatal Frame. I don't know if anyone knows about that game series. I think it's great. It's a spooky horror game.
Oh,
she's an assist trophy in Smash.
yes.
Yeah,
I just realized because of the assist trophy.
exactly. So that was really cool. Advance Wars is on my list, Charles. Of course, what a great series. Breath of the Wild was pretty cool. I wish they showed a little bit more, but
exactly.
it was
I
neat.
feel like I didn't see anything. Like, maybe I'm just too harsh because of the Smash character. I'm super excited for it, but I wanted a little bit more sauce, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'll wait.
I'm excited, obviously, for Kazuya. That's on my list. I wrote Chad Boomer FGC DLC, probably broken. That's what I wrote. Yep, sounds good. WarioWare is my winner, though. WarioWare is my winner. I think I tweeted like 8 months ago. I was like, dude, the Switch is the perfect platform for a WarioWare game. It just fits so well. Like, why? It's such a good Nintendo game because the graphics don't need to be good. Like, it can be silly and fun, and the gameplay is all that matters. So it's like a perfect Nintendo franchise, especially for the Switch. So I was like, I want to do WarioWare so bad. It'll be so fucking fun to play. So I already pre-ordered that in Metroid. And then also no Sora and Smash, thank God. Onwards and upwards. Keep going. See you later, Sora.
That is a plus.
It is a plus, dude. Fuck that.
She's
I don't
kind of
want that at
low
all.
key deconfirmed though.
Huh?
I feel like Chief's chance of getting in, like I feel like this was his opening.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that kind of sucks.
I think a lot of people expected Chief, which is like says a lot about like Charles said, like that was his moment. If people are expecting a character like that, then that was definitely their moment. Dude, every time a character is revealed, I'm like, how has Crash Bandicoot not happened yet? How?
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be in Smash. He doesn't deserve it. I love
guess
Crash.
not.
He doesn't deserve it. I'm
I
sorry.
guess not.
Sorry.
It just sounds so simple and easy.
Yeah.
It's funny too because so many people hype this up because they do the big reveals at like game shows and stuff. Like Sephiroth and Joker were both at game shows, so it was like, oh, E3 is like a huge platform, so it's gonna be someone like really surprising and crazy. Not that Kazuya isn't exciting in his own way, but it's not quite the splash of Sephiroth or Joker in my opinion. But it was still good. It just wasn't. I think people, like you said, people were expecting Master Chief. You know what I mean? Like they were expecting.
The bar was high. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it was solid, but it just wasn't a whole, like a grand slam or whatever. But it was solid.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps it up. Unless you guys have anything you'd like to say, thank you so much. This was a different, fun podcast. I actually have Charles with me in person.
Offline, dude.
Yeah. So what we did is Charles joined the call on his phone, so he's probably hearing a bunch of voices. I kind of forgot about that part, but he joined it on his phone with his wireless earbuds and muted his mic. So we're using the same mic. I'm just gonna stop talking. So hopefully you understand what I'm saying. We probably should have planned this a little better, but
It works.
I
It
really
works,
appreciate everyone watching. I'm gonna get this episode on podcast. You know, the next few days it's gonna be on YouTube. And thank you so much for watching. Next episode will be number 20. We have been doing this for a while now, and I'm counting down until we get to do one at a tournament or something. That would be really great. No Marcus today. Hopefully next time. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and have a good one. Peace out.
See ya.